the whiteboard. We're going to do a review of all the projects I have been working on in the past month. It's been about a month since we last sat down with the whiteboard and did all of this. Project plans have changed, projects have been done, I've been working. It's been great. Let's flip the hair out of the way. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So, we're gonna go through probably all of these and I'll give you guys like updates, and the update could be it's on the list still, or the update could just flat out be it's not happening anymore, because there's a few of those. So, let's start with, is that a clear screen? Do I need to like clean off my camera? Let me be obnoxious. Yeah, I should have done that before I went live. Okay. All right. Now you guys can see things better. It's a little bit more clear. The garage door is going to be a thing. The husband's going in and out, getting things done. Good for him. All right. Hats and headwear. We have Regency bonnet, which I am super excited about. Look how cute this is. I made this out of a sun hat. There is a tutorial coming. I even put lace on the inside like they do with like the Emma bonnets. I just think it's super cute. Let me take off this flower crown. I love the shape that it has. I love how the cap is like big enough to fit all of my hair into. And then it's just this cute little shape. I mean, really excited about it. I do have, I don't think I've posted the pictures, but I do have pictures of me in a full Regency getup with the hat. And it's super cute. Okay. But that also means that this project is done and we can cross it off the list. You guys get serotonin from like removing things from lists. This is the live stream for you. We're going to be doing a lot. Okay, so that's the bonnet. I don't want to throw it on the ground. I'll put it over here. The next thing is bike hat. I would still like to do a bicycle hat to match the bicycle suit I made a couple months ago now. So we'll leave that one on the list. And then we have flower crowns. So you guys saw me wearing this one when I started the live. Ooh, it's falling apart. Darn, I'll have to fix that later. This one is really cute. It is yellow and green. I'm super excited for the fall when I'm like gonna take this out and hopefully take pictures with like all the leaves and things. It's also gonna be really cute for summer. I should get some summer photos with this. The coloring on this is really uneven. You can see how it's like all yellow up here and then all green down here. I was working with leftovers. I did the best I could. But the crown that is like my pride and joy is probably this pinky purpley one. Oh, it just looks so good. I wore it in some of my pictures for the princess dress, but not all of them, because I also had like rose gold jewelry that I wanted to wear. But this looked really good with the princess dress, and I'm super happy to have both of them. So, but that also means that the flower crowns are done. Okay, so we did the easy stuff. So, all right, let's go to wardrobe. The first bit is a gray embroidery dress. So, this is it. This is a super simple pattern. I made it off of when Chrissy, the lace angel, did a copy of her Target dress. I copied that pattern and made this. So it's super cute. It has like big sleeves with like an all-in-one sleeve kind of pattern, but it also has a seam here for shaping. And then it has like a really nice full 3-panel skirt, so I get lots of swoosh and I just feel really cute and kind of like a princess in it. Yeah, this is probably One of my favorite makes I have done in a long time. If you want to see, well, you can't really see me wearing it in that. I wore it to the Jane Austen Festival last weekend. I didn't get any pictures of me in it, but, well, Casey got one, which is the profile picture. But I do have pictures of me in this dress on my Instagram right now, so. Okay, that's fabric, it can go on the floor. Alright, so that means that the gray embroidered dress is done. The plum button-up and the plum dress may be turning into just one plum dress. I've got to look at it and count yardage again. But the button-up might be going away and we might just be making a dress. Coral navy blouse is still on the list. Capris. Okay, so let's talk about this. I have made the decision that I only want to make clothing that makes me happy, because when I feel good and happy in the clothing, I want to wear it. So it really loosely translates into I only want to make clothes that I will want to wear. Kind of a good theory if you think about it. So I have 2.5 yards of like a peach and a baby blue denim that I'm like, oh, I'll make capris out of. It'll be nice to have some pants in my wardrobe. And then I pulled it out to actually make the things, and I realized I don't want pants. I don't want to wear pants. I don't want pants in my life right now. So that fabric's gonna get moved into the stash, and we're gonna figure out something else to do with it later down the road. So capris, not a thing. What will be a thing is so the same pattern that I used for the gray embroidered dress, I used to make this dress, the mushroom dress. And it has, so it's the same exact pattern. I made it a little bit more roomy, and it has a V-neck instead of like a keyhole neck. And then it has ruffles on the seams. The skirt's a little less full because it's only 2 panels instead of 3, but like those are minor differences, right? The thing about this dress is that I have fallen in love. I would be wearing this dress today if Joe did not pee on it and I had to throw it in the wash. It's my favorite. I've been living in this since I made it, and I can't live in one dress for the entire summer. So I bought more fabric. Instead of doing 2 pairs of capris, we're going to be doing 3 dresses just like the mushroom dress. Well, this one won't be. This one will look more like the gray embroidered dress. These 2 will be like with the ruffles like the mushroom dress. But yeah, I'm getting a mini summer wardrobe, and I'm kind of excited because it's embarrassing how much time I've spent in that mushroom dress since I finished it a week ago. Alright, but that means that the mushroom dress is done. I am going to put the 3 dresses up on the list though. So I love how we're taking off and adding things to the list. Such a thing. Okay, next is the Star Wars shorts for the husband. This was a project. Anytime I do things for the husband, it is always slow going because we do multiple fittings because comfort is of utmost importance. And there's always changes, like always changes. So I usually do like 2 or 3 steps and then have them try them on, and then we do 2 or 3 more steps. But they're done. They look really good on him. When I am done with my Star Wars dress, we're probably going to go either in the backyard or to a local park and do just like a really cute couple photo shoot, which I'm kind of excited about because we need updated pictures of us. Not that our pictures are really outdated because, you know, we got them like 2 years ago and we haven't changed. Anyway, some new pictures will be nice. But these are his shorts. They have nice big pockets. They have belt loops, like all of his specifications. We got it. he loves them, in case that was a question anyone had. But yeah. My Star Wars dress is in progress. I have the bodice put together. If you guys want to see, I will like flip my camera. That is the progress of my Star Wars bodice. I might cut the neckline a little bit lower. Actually, I probably will now that I'm looking at it. That needs to be a thing. Okay. But yeah, that dress is in progress. I was hoping to get it done today, but I was planning some shenanigans with friends, which I will update you guys more on when it becomes more of a thing. And that kind of ate a lot of time, but that's okay. We're good. Okay, moving on to the fall pattern line. We're just like breezing through this. Breezing through it. Okay, the slacks are done. So I have them right here. They have been folded up in a drawer, please excuse. But they have slant pockets, they have pleats. One's pleated the wrong way, no wonder that looked weird. Okay, I've messed up, whatever. No big deal. They are super comfy because they are a lightweight cotton, and I really like them. They're good for like a I need to be dressed up but I also want to be comfy kind of deal. So the slacks are done. The button up is also done. I don't have much to say. It's a button up with an inset sleeve. So that is also done. Those patterns are not even remotely close to being done yet, but we'll get there. Alright, the vest is on the list to do either next week or the week after. The blazer I am taking off. So going back to the point of I want to make clothes that I want to wear. I will never wear that blazer, so why should I put in the time and effort to make it? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. But it also means that the fabric that I had allocated for the blazer can be turned into a skirt. I'm not promising it'll be a new skirt pattern, but I'm going to put skirt up here just so we have something to cross off later. So, oh, I don't want purple. That's not the color of this section. I was going to write purple. I need to write skirt, not purple. Okay, the gold suit set I am erasing. Because I will never wear that gold suit. But I'm thinking about making another princess dress with that fabric. And it's probably going to happen. So the fabric's not going to waste, it's just getting reallocated. And when I figure out what I want it all to look like, we can put it back up on the whiteboard. So there's that. The winter pattern line. Burgundy floral dress is still on track. Birthday dress is still on track. This bridesmaid's dress is not. So I no longer need it. The wedding is no longer going to happen. Before you get concerned, perfectly fine. We're all cool with it because we only believe in healthy relationships. So that's not a sad thing. Let's see. Historical cosplay. I was going to add to this. I remember what I was going to add. So if you guys remember last year, I embroidered an Edwardian vest with like all sorts of flowers, and it looks super cute and it's really pretty, but I never actually made it. So I want to put the Anne vest. No, I want brown, not orange. I want the Anne vest and the Anne jacket to go up here. that update. This looks a lot more empty than it did when we started. All right, do you guys have any questions about projects, upcoming projects, things, whatever? Questions, comments, concerns. That's what I meant to say. I am like overheating. Probably because of all the up-down movement stuff. So, how is the spring summer line doing? They are doing great, actually. So the summer line is doing. Okay, so here's the thing. Just being totally transparent, right? I got some really awesome shout outs for the spring pattern line, which means that I got a lot more traffic than I could have generated on my own. That led to the sales of that covering almost 3 months worth of operating costs for me, which was fantastic. I got really anxious going into the summer pattern line because I knew I wouldn't have those shout outs, so I didn't know what kind of traffic I could generate, right? The goal that I had for the spring pattern line was like, if in like the 3 months before the next pattern line release, if it could just cover 1 month's worth of operating costs, like I would be happy. So I kind of like went into the summer line with the same goal. It has already covered 1 month's worth of operating cost. So as things continue to to like build both on my channel and with the patterns, I'm assuming that like that will only increase. So that was like really made me happy, just to know that like that was a thing and like you guys really liked those patterns. That being said, with the fall and winter lines being substantially smaller because I'm not doing 6 patterns, excuse me, I'm not going to see the same kind of revenue, just because there's not new stock, if that makes sense. But like I said, as my channel and like everything just kind of builds together, like that'll turn into turn into something that will help me be self-sustaining on this channel, which is one of my big goals for this year. So it's honestly kind of just exciting. So, any more questions? I love how creative you are. Thanks. I literally do all of this to keep the anxiety at bay. So that's what all this planning is. And then creativity and sewing is an outlet for me. It has been for almost 2 decades now. So the fact that I get to use this like stress relieving outlet as basically my job is kind of fantastic, and I'm really grateful for that. So, ooh, I didn't want the sugary one. I have 2 cups or 2 different things in them. So now that the SCA is opening back up, do you have medieval projects planned? Okay, so here's the thing when it comes to my SCA wardrobe. 2 years ago, I built an entire Pensick wardrobe, so I now have all of the like day wear garb that I could possibly need. I don't need any more of that, and if I do, it's a shirt. You guys don't want to watch shirt videos. And at this point, I have 2 court dresses, one of which has only seen 1 event, the second of which will see an event this weekend. I don't feel the need or the desire to make another Renaissance dress at this time. That being said, I'm still toying with the idea of doing like a Florentine summer kind of thing with next year, where I basically just share all of my knowledge on clothing in the Florentine Renaissance. If that becomes a thing, I may make more pieces, but it'll probably be more revamping the pieces that I currently have, because some of them need work, and they all could, well, not all of them, but a lot of them are missing pieces and need some work. But things like my Ravenclaw dress and the Spanish gown are like complete. They don't need anything. Yeah, that's what I have as far as like SEA time period things. As much as I hear I should do my own sewing, super nervous about that. Okay. I get being nervous. I get being like having anxiety about, oh my gosh, like what happens if like this falls apart while I'm wearing it or whatnot. Like what if I invest so much money into a thing and then it's not cool? I have been sewing Renaissance clothing. Well, let's just back this up, right? I have been sewing for almost 2 decades. I didn't start actually buying real material, which means like going to a fabric store and buying actual yardage, until 6-ish years ago. Up until that point, I was going to the thrift store and buying sheets and curtains and things and making stuff out of that. So I did a lot of sewing in high school for like stupid cheap. Made a lot of like my like growing pains stuff. A lot of that happened on like old sheets that like you brush up against a wall and it snags. Like if you're worried about the money investment, there's really cheap ways to go about things. If you're worried about the time investment, you only get better with time. Oh, I can sew for my family friends. They want me to branch out and modernize it. No, set a boundary. Do what you want. Don't put up with other people telling you what to do. If you want to modernize your sewing, do it for you. Don't do it because other people are telling you to. Sewing is a hobby. Sewing should be fun. Sewing should be enjoyable. And if people are putting stress on you to do things that you don't want to do, tell them no. You are allowed to set boundaries and to hold to them. And if people don't respect your boundaries, then like shame on them. Like, I'm going off on a rant. Okay. I'm in a mood. I went on this whole like boundary you're allowed to take up space thing with one of my friends earlier today. So I'm in a mood. Set boundaries, guys. You're allowed to. It's therapy for me. Yeah, if it's therapy for you, set that boundary. Say, no, this is mine. No touchy. Anyway. Alright. Changing topic. You guys got more questions for me? I don't need to go on a rant. If I mix my water with my sugary stuff, it'll make the sugary stuff less sugary, but it also means I won't have water anymore. Okay, never mind. Thoughts I have. Oh, I was going to give you guys an update on the Vanellope bustle dress. I have not had time for that. So, next week, I promise I will make time in my week to get that all calculated and get everything set up, so that way we can get started with that project. I also need to shoot a message to Noelle. We talked about doing like projects in tandem related on the same theme. So I want to see if she still wants to do that, or if I'm going to go it alone. So I like this fierce protective Marty. Yeah, I don't let this side show very often, but okay. We'll just have a moment, right? So I went through about 6 months where I had some really well-timed, well-placed conversations with my friends about where they really taught me the importance of setting and holding a boundary. And the boundary can be as simple as, hey, garbage man, please don't tip over my garbage can. Or it could be as complex as, hey, abusive relationship, we're done, you're cut off. And everything in between, right? And that process of learning that I am allowed to take up space and I am allowed to be present, and learning who can have access to me and to my emotions and who doesn't have that access, is empowering. It gave me the confidence. Like, without that, I don't think I would have had the confidence to start my YouTube channel. It allows me to be able to set boundaries with myself, which have been really great for my productivity recently, as you guys have heard me talk about, where I can be like, yeah, no, Marty, if you feel tired, you can't, I'm not allowed to work when I'm tired. I have to go take a nap or take a break or figure out something else to do. That's a very strong, strict boundary I have with myself. I'm not allowed to work if I'm frustrated. So when I get like upset with a project and I just kind of get not allowed to work. So I can either switch gears to editing or I can like move on to other things. So like these really strict boundaries that I have with myself are because I learned how empowering it was to set a boundary. And if me talking to you guys and telling you like, no, that's a boundary you need to set because that's therapy for you, helps you have that same feeling and that same confidence boost that comes with setting boundaries, I'll be that person for you. I can't tell you how many people in the past year that I have just like completely, I don't want to say written off because that's not what happened. But like I just said, you no longer have access to my emotional energy. And they don't. And they go off and do whatever they need or want to do, but they don't have access to my emotional energy anymore. That's probably one of the most healing things, which has then in turn given me more energy to put into things like YouTube. So, okay, so that's the real moment. Yeah, if you guys need me to be the one to tell you, you are allowed to take up space and set boundaries with those around you, especially around your hobbies that you do for you to recharge. You're allowed to set that boundary. Okay, more questions. I'm done ranting. That sounds really hard to achieve, but really emotionally empowering. Yeah, I mean, you have to be strict with yourself, and there is a period of time when you literally go, when something comes to you, especially setting emotional boundaries, right? So there is definitely a period of time when something will come to you and you will start to feel, which is normal and it's human. And if you need to feel it, then feel it. And then once you're done feeling, say, I have felt you, I'm now releasing this emotion. But if you already set that boundary where you're just like, this person, this situation, whatever, no longer will affect me emotionally or take from my emotional energy, when that comes, you can say, no, I've set a boundary. You are not mine to feel. It takes practice. But all boundaries take practice, right? When you set boundaries with a friend for the first time and you're like, hey, I love talking to you, but you can't text me during these hours because these are my focus hours. Setting that when a friend accidentally texts you because they forgot, texting them back after your focus hours and being like, hey, just a reminder, these are my focus hours. That's why I'm getting back to you now. Like it's all okay. The people who don't understand the boundaries don't need to be in your life. Just flat out. Anyway. I'm just an extroverted person, and this pandemic, no events thing has been draining on me. I get that. I'm a semi-extroverted, and it's a thing. So. Oh, excuse me. I'm like chugging water. I'm gonna have to pee so bad soon. Alright, you guys didn't need to know that. Any more questions? This will probably be a shorter live, because I like ran through everything a lot faster than I thought I would. But that's okay. Oh, now I'm yawning. Oh, I got home from running errands. Story time. Short story. I got home from running errands today, and I'm like, oh, well, like, I'll finish this video that I was watching earlier, and so I sat down on the couch, and I still need to go back and finish that video because I fell asleep. So... I slept for an hour. Took an hour-long nap today. It was nice. Sometimes your body just needs that. Truthfully, I missed the start, so I don't know what the plans are. I'll rewatch afterwards. Not a lot of new stuff, just catching up on what I've done. So, but yeah, if you missed it, definitely go back and watch, because I showed off all the pretty things I've made. Ow. We all get endorphins from erasing stuff. Yeah, that's why I waited to erase everything until we did the live. Also, because then I could like go through the list and be like, yes, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that, and like gather everything up to show you guys and knew I didn't miss anything. So, double purpose. When is the secret project video? The princess dress video is Monday. You guys have no idea. I keep going through these pictures because it's the best photo shoot I have ever done. So I keep going through all these pictures and I'm just like, I want to share them, but I can't. Monday is the princess dress video. I feel like I've hyped this up and like you guys are gonna see this dress and just be like, why was she hyping this up? Anyway, it's just, okay, true. Like I think this in my head because, is it the same pattern as Magikarp Princess? Yes, Kirilee used my pattern for her Magikarp. The video is done in a partnership with Fabric Mart. So the like deal is I can't show the finished project until like the video goes live. So I can tell you about it and I can like tell other people about it. I've sent a few pictures to a couple of my friends because I can't contain them. I've started working on a sellable pattern. So the pattern for the princess dress will be available when the video goes live. So if you guys like see the video and you just get so excited, like I hope you do, you can get the pattern. The pattern is beginner level, even though it doesn't look like it. I got a couple comments from people who were reviewing the pattern for me. I was just like, I didn't understand how you put this dress together until I saw how simple the pattern pieces were, and it really is like a beginner level dress. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Anyway, point. Yeah, so Kirilee Cosplay was one of the people who reviewed the pattern for me. I was video chatting with her and Jalea Ward, who was also another YouTuber, and they both started with Jalea. Jalea wanted to make the pattern, and she's like, well, can I just like use it? And I'm like, yeah, you reviewed the pattern. Do what you want with it. If you really love it, purchase it later, whatever. I didn't care because she had helped me. Anyway, so Jalea started working on it, and then Kirilee was just like, oh, but I want one. And she had just gotten her fabric haul, which she posted about, and had like yardage of orange, and she's just like, well, I could make it like a goldfish. And we were playing around with like what different fish are orange, and then all of a sudden I remembered her, we were in giggles at this point. It was a really fun chat. Anyway, then I remembered her Jigglypuff, and I'm just like, Kirilee, Magikarp princess dress. It's a useless dress for a useless Pokemon, and I'm so proud of this comment, this like concept that I came up with, and she just ran with it. So the best kind of beginner project is one that looks super complex but is secretly simple. I would agree. I would definitely agree. And that's what this dress is. It just, the fullness of the skirt, the train, like the sleeves, all of it just kind of come together to like make one really good looking dress. So I will have a couple photos posted in my stories on Monday, so that way you guys can like see them and we can squeal together. I'm pretty sure I have a scheduled Instagram post for Monday of the dress. The video's going live on Monday, the pattern's going live. Monday's just going to be a big business day for me, but I'm excited about it. So. Also, like, if you are a beginner and you get to these sleeves and you're just like, I have no idea, they're like intimidating me, because they're semi-intimidating. I will, like, the sleeves will stretch you a bit. You can just do the poof and it'll work out just fine. So, woo, business day. Yeah. I am thinking that in the future, after the fall pattern line, I'm going to start releasing patterns with their videos. So we're testing this with the princess dress. And if I like how this goes and how this whole method feels, then I will keep up with it. So that's that. All right, any more questions, comments, concerns? I would say snide remarks, but you guys are really good and like don't have those. So summer line doing well. Also, yes, it's doing how I expected. I talked about that a little bit earlier. So actually I talked about that a lot a bit earlier. All right. Well, I think that is all I have for you guys. I will see you guys on Monday for the princess dress video. And live on Thursday.